Things keep boiling up as more and more news comes out surrounding the Good Morning America scandal between co-anchors TJ Holmes and Amy Robach's recently discovered affair, which has been shocking audiences and making headlines. A change of pace from Holmes and Robach, who usually just report the news, not feature on it. On Monday's episode of Good Morning America, the hosts in question weren't seated at the desk, but rather absent from the room entirely. Instead, in their place was ABC national correspondent Stephanie Ramos and transportation correspondent Gio Benitez. The two wasted no time addressing the issue, simply starting off the show by saying that TJ Holmes and Amy Robach have the day off today, before diving forward into the stories and segments for the day, all smiles and laughter, brushing off the scandal as if it hadn't happened at all and moving forward. Something similar actually occurred on Friday, when the couple in question addressed the rumors indirectly, where Holmes joked that it was too bad it was Friday as he was having a great week and wanted it to keep going. Robach laughed along, adding, "Speak for yourself," a sly inference towards the couple's allegations, and a way of them addressing it quietly. At the time of that episode, it was unsure what was going to be happening with the hosts going forward, although it's now been made perfectly clear. There had been several calls from upset audiences for Disney or Bob Iger to step in and either replace the hosts or fire them, or just address it at all instead of leaving it up in the air. ABC News president Kim Godwin finally addressed the allegations and the scandal on an internal call, referring to the affair as a distraction. Listen to this following quote. "I want to say that while the relationship is not a violation of company policy, I have really taken the last few days to think about and work through what I think is best for the ABC News organization," Godwin said, reporting from TMZ. "This is something I'm not going to talk about, we're not going to talk about on this call until there is more to be said. I'm asking that we stop the whispering in the hallways. You know, we can't operate with gossip, speculation, and rumors. We need to stay focused on the work. If you think there is something that management needs to know, you can always call HR or, as we've said, talk to a manager that you trust if you think there is something that we need to know." This recent statement goes against earlier statements suggesting that no disciplinary action would come to the controversial couple, as the affair was not against any company policies. An insider source for Good Morning America has said that the two anchors have been suspended indefinitely, while ABC works out how best to proceed going forward with the PR disaster. Sources from the show have reported that the situation has been upsetting and distracting other employees throughout the company, and has been the talk of the office. Throughout all the heat, Holmes and Robach appear to be taking things in stride. Robach was photographed moving out of her New York apartment, but appeared in good spirits, smiling and waving to cameras, and even answering some questions from Daily Mail reporters. She has, however, recently shut down her social media presence, closing off her Instagram account in wake of the scandal. Since the news has broken, quite a lot has come out about the pair, like the news that this wasn't the first extramarital affair TJ Holmes had been involved in. As if there weren't enough details about this whole story coming out, it's come out recently that years before his affair with Robach, Holmes was romantically involved with a producer on Good Morning America, one Natasha Singh. Ironically, according to anonymous sources tied to GMA, allegedly the coupling of Holmes and Singh would go to Robach for advice about how to deal with their affair. Although another source has refuted that claim and insisted that Amy Robach only learned of the affair as it was nearing its end. The two started seeing each other when Holmes was still just a correspondent for Good Morning America and Singh a producer. While Holmes was New York based and Singh in LA, the two would meet during his travels. In 2018, Singh left Good Morning America to produce CBS Morning, which would see her moving to New York, allowing her to spend more time with Holmes and the relationship deepening. Holmes' wife, Marilee Fiebig, would become privy to the affair in late 2019 after discovering emails between the couple. As rumors would persist about Holmes and Robach, Marilee Fiebig didn't think the rumors held weight because she was primarily focused and concerned about Natasha Singh, instead thinking that Amy Robach was just a close family friend, as there have been several photos posted of the two couples all hanging out together closely, and it seems like the four of them together were amicable. Holmes ended the affair and spent the pandemic working on reconciliation with his wife, attempting to heal their relationship. It wasn't until summer of 2022 when Fiebig would suspect something else was up because Robach and Holmes started to become closer than colleagues. It wasn't until Fiebig had discovered a birthday card sent to Holmes from Robach that she described as too close for colleagues. A source said that it reignited a lot of the pain from the affair with Singh. Now, there had been rumors swirling swirling about for years about Robach and Holmes, whose natural infectious on-air chemistry had led to viewers wondering if perhaps there was more to the nature of their relationship than two friendly co-hosts. This extended to other hosts of Good Morning America as well, as according to insider sources, co-host Robin Roberts had confronted the couple beforehand. An insider to Good Morning America said that Roberts had pulled the pair aside and told them to drop it. The source said at the time Holmes had denied the rumors, but that Roberts herself was hearing the rumors and seeing the couple's actions towards each other and was suspicious. A third source confirmed that Holmes himself was deeply worried by the rumors, as at the time they were not true. It allegedly affected his friendship with his on-air co-host, and at the time he went ahead to ABC brass and talked GMA executive producers, worried about how the allegations would affect both of their careers. Well, unfortunately, here we are. It's not known what's going to happen to the couple going forward, but the two of them seem to be doing well as best they can given the circumstances. Now, if we're discussing controversial celebrity couplings, the infamous pairing of Johnny Depp and Amber Heard are in the news yet again, unfortunately. Since the couple's turbulent defamation lawsuit, they've been in and out of the news headlines consistently for the last year or so, and if recent developments are anything to go off of, they might just be back there for the time being. It's only been a month since Depp filed his formal appeal of some of the verdict in his sweeping defamation against ex-wife Amber Heard, and now Heard has put her own brief in the Virginia courts, claiming that the court battle she lost was stacked against her. In June, after a long ongoing trial, a US jury had ruled that Heard had defamed her ex-husband, Johnny Depp. Heard is requesting that the court reverse this decision against her, and either enter judgment for her or dismiss Depp's claims. Alternatively, Heard's legal team is suggesting as well for a whole new trial to go into effect if the court refuses their request to reverse the decision. Her legal team's documents read, at a minimum, the jury's excessive damages verdict should be reversed, and the case should be remounted for a new trial on damages. The argument from Heard's legal team is that the court improperly prevented the jury, considering several instances writing from a 68-page court document dated November 23rd. They continue to argue that if not reversed, this could set a precedent in which other victims of abuse could have trouble coming forward or proving their claims, and will likely deter them from coming forward, also written in the document. That holding, if allowed to stand, undoubtedly will have a chilling effect on other women who wish to speak out involving powerful men. As well, Heard's lawyers went on to note that the previous unsuccessful libel suit brought against Mr. Depp in 2018 against the Sun newspaper for calling him a wife-beater, suggesting that this separate US libel should not have ever even gone to trial, because another court had already concluded that Depp had abused Heard on multiple occasions. After Depp had filed this case, the United Kingdom High Court of Justice had ruled that Heard's allegations had been true. Heard's legal team went on to suggest too that it was a mistake to center the trial in Virginia, and rather it should have been performed in California, where the couple had lived together and most of these grievances had taken place. Virginia was chosen as that's where the Washington Post kept its servers, the original cause of the suit, but as the defense argued, Depp v. Heard doesn't have as much weight to the community of Virginia that it would to California. Finally, they added in that they believed to be their hypocrisy inherent in the jury's ruling, stating to find in favor of Depp, but to find in favor of Heard, the jury must have concluded that Heard told the truth. Accordingly, the verdict against Heard cannot stand, reads the legal team. Now, the case received international attention, with televised documentation of the case raking in billions of views on social media. And it's expected that should another case go through, a similar phenomena will follow suit. At this time, it's currently unknown what the situation of the case going forward will be, but no doubt if any news develops, we'll be there to cover it. Thanks so much, and that's all for this video.